Hey guys, what's up? Today we're gonna get the engine that we pulled out of the Ghia on the stand and start it and try to figure out where the oil leak's coming from. I have a feeling it's probably coming from multiple places. This engine was in this car probably since 1967. It's possible that at some point they pulled it out and did some work on it. Maybe they replaced it with a different one, who knows? But it's an old engine and it needs to be gone through. We'll take a look at it, get it up on the stand. Maybe we'll get it started and then see if we can figure out where the oil leak's coming from. But it's probably coming from the main seal, maybe the oil cooler. Let's get it on the stand, see what happens. All right, let's see if we can get this thing hooked up. All right, guys, I think we got it now. I'll put another strap on there. And it's working. So now we just gotta get it up on the stand here. So this yoke, I need to figure out. I haven't used this in a while. I think you can put it on either side. Where's the starter? I think you have to have a starter. Oh, it's got a starter mechanism. Where is that thing? This yoke is specifically for like old Volkswagen air-cooled engines and Porsche engines. And you can mount it on either side, but we're gonna put it on this side because this side is gonna get the starter mount that Zalix makes. We've used it before, it's pretty cool. So this goes here, and then we can start it on the stand. I need to get this tin off because it's blocking both of those from going on properly. I'm gonna lower this back down. All right, let's see if we get this tin off of here. It's got a couple screws hiding. There's one right here. And there's one over here. Oh, I think it's just those two. All right, we got that off of there. Look at all that junk in there, guys. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and mount the yoke, and when we lift it, we'll slide the yoke into the stand because I think it'll be harder to fight the yoke. So let's get that on there. Here's that panel we just took off. Look at this fuel line. Watch it. It's as hard as rock. Dry rotted. It's probably original. Look at that old grommet. Wow. Pretty cool. Okay, let's get the yoke on there. Let me find some bolts. All right, guys, we're gonna get that engine on this stand. I took a lunch break and went and picked up a couple bolts we need. I've done this before. Not sure what bolts I used before, but these will work good for the yoke because they don't need to be real long. I think I got the strap figured out. Let's go ahead and get this hooked up. Let's get the yoke on there and the starter. Got this smaller, older bolt that I found. It's still a 10mm thread. I guess that's what that is, but the head is smaller. The head is a 14, where these ones I just picked up are 17. But this one fits better under here. It's pretty tight under here. So it fits past the teeth on the flywheel nicely. Let's see if we can drive that bottom in a little bit. This 10 on the motor right here is pushing back on the yoke just a little bit. You just gotta nudge it in a little bit. Okay, that worked out pretty good, I think. Feels like it's on there pretty good. All right, and then the starter ring goes on this side. All right, let's get this on here. Zalix, these guys did an awesome job designing this. Really nice job. Now the starter goes in here. They have a half ring and a full ring. The full ring is, I guess, designed for the 914 Type 4 engine and some of the other engines, Porsche engines. All right, this is gonna be cool. Okay. Pretty snug. This is pretty snug. So, I think we're good there. Right? I think so. I guess we'll find out. I don't know if I'm supposed to remove this flywheel clutch or not. Is it gonna hit? It looks like it just barely clears it. I guess we'll find out when we go to turn it over. I mean, we could pull the clutch plate off. Probably should have thought about that before, but probably wouldn't be a big deal to pull that clutch plate off of there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that clutch plate off. It'll only take a second. All right, let's get this clutch plate off. What size is that? 13. It looks like it would clear, but it's real close to this bracket right here. These things right here. And once it gets spinning, it might, you know, be a little off balance and smack into it. So let's just get this off of here. Got one more. Yep. Let's see what the clutch looks like. Doesn't look, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm no expert, but any idea how old that is? Is that 1970? Flywheel side. Remanufactured, so they had it replaced at some point probably. All right, so now we've got plenty of room in here for this to spin and not hit this bracket. All right, let's see if we can get the engine on the stand. Guys. There it is. On the stand, the yoke, starter. I'm going to release it from the hook here and take the straps off, and we'll move it over here, clean up a little bit, and hook it up to the battery. See if we can get some fuel to it and get it started. But that's it. All right, guys, I think we've got it all hooked up. We got a little tank here with a clear line. I just used that because that was the longest one I had. I want to keep the gas tank over here. So I went ahead and added a little clear here so we can kind of see the fuel. We've got the test stand, the Zalix flywheel test stand starter mechanism on here. This goes to the solenoid. These go to the battery, hot, positive, and negative. Here's the controller. And you got one going to the ignition, positive side of the ignition. And you've got one going to oil for oil pressure. We got our positive cable. And I moved the negative cable, the ground cable over here. I think we'll get a good ground there. So let's go ahead and see if it'll start. So that's what it looks like in the off position. It's telling me that it's connected to the oil and generators. Ignition's ready. We should be good to go. Just want to make sure this doesn't get into the flywheel here. All right. Whoa. That sounds weird, doesn't it? What is going on there? It doesn't sound right. Sounds like something scraping. What is going on? try it again. The starter sounds weird or something. Look at that flywheel. It looks like it's warped or something. Maybe just because it's dirty. What is going on here? Must just be that starter making all that noise. This fuel line's not working. I need a weight. I'm gonna put like a weight on it. Here, hold on a second. Try that. Is it in there now? Comes right back up. There we go. I think that's doing it. Let's try it again. Fuel. pretty bad. Pretty bad. All right, guys, I'm not gonna run it anymore. Obviously, it has a major leak, and it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Well, there it is. I mean, I think we knew we had an issue previously, and it looks like they ran it, you know, way back. It had a leak and it just went everywhere. I mean, this was all caked up on it from years ago, so it probably ran for a while with a slow leak, and it just started getting worse and worse. There's all kinds of junk in there. Obviously, I'm pretty sure that's the oil seal, oil cooler seals like you guys were talking about. So we'll take the top end off of this and take a look at it. Maybe we can just replace those seals, but really all of this tin needs to come off. Everything's caked with grease. All this stuff needs to be cleaned, so I'm probably gonna take all of this stuff off, take it all the way down to the heads and see how the heads look. But it's pretty nasty, guys. I really wanna just start taking it all apart. I'll probably take everything apart, and then once we get right down to the case, decide whether or not we should take the case, open the case and check that as well, because I'm pretty sure the main seal is bad. If not, it will be soon, because it's probably 50 years old and dry rotted. So just like the fuel line, you saw how the fuel line was, you know, everything everything like that in here is probably dry rotted. So all right, one step closer to dismantling more stuff. All right, it's fun. I enjoy it. Learn stuff. I mean, I'm learning about you know, oil cooler seals, and learning about how to hook everything up again. It's been a while since I used this starter, test stand starter. All right, guys, see you on the next one. Later.